What's up, guys? We're over here at my buddy Levi's house today. We're working on his 2004 Toyota Tacoma. It is a rainy, crappy day, so we're working in the garage today. He needs help working on the rear axle, the locker. Something's going on with it. It blinks, the light blinks on the dash, but it's like it never engages, so we're going to check that out. Also, he needs some longer brake lines extended for his lift, and yeah, we're going to get to it. The rear axle locker uses a special Toyota grease. It's about, how much? $40 to $60 for this little bitty thing of grease. It is made from endangered pandas or endangered whales. We're not sure, but it's got to be good stuff for that kind of money. Yep. Where are they at? Sounds broken. Are the metric ones the one we need?
Yeah, metric.
So they go 8, 12, 14.
About a 10 million.
I used a 10, yeah. There's no... Oh, there is a 10 on this one.
Double-ended, yeah.
Yeah, 10's on that end.
These or those? Because these are...
I think I'd just get these wrenches,
those
but...
probably fit a little bit better in there.
Yeah.
Clean it up, knock the chunks off of it, and we'll go from there. How many wires is that from? 3 wires? Yeah, just a couple of 3 or 4.
And then the sensors in the rear end. I got you.
With another plug-in. Separate.
I'm betting the sensor's cheaper than this.
This is about $400.
Oh, jeez.
You can get a used one for about $250. but no, if it's working or got the same issues. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you might as well fuck with the one you got.
Yep. I hear you.
Because you maybe just trade the problem for somebody else's problem.
Made in JA pan. Oh my god. They sent you some grease that's about to expire.
Yeah. Probably been a while.
It says right here, manufactured 1/20 of 2017, expires 1/5 of 2020. So you got like 6 months before this stuff is.
Yeah, they looked at it and said, just send it. Deal with it. Just send it.
It's probably pretty good on a cracker. I mean, comes in a little mustard jar.
So good and tasty.
Well, your magnets are glued real nice.
Yeah, they don't look like that's going to be the issue or nothing.
You said that's fairly common for the magnets to become delaminated?
Yeah, the magnets will come unglued and then the motor can't turn. Yeah, some of the ones online from like the Land Cruisers, they come up full of water in here and rust and all that stuff's all corroded. It's a pretty simple system, but a little bit of rust in there really caused some havoc.
Right.
And that basically this O-ring is pretty much shot. Like you can see where the water's getting around it.
Right.
If I did any kind of stream crossings or any kind of stuff, it could probably go right in there. Mainly
50 grams of grease.
50 grams.
That's what it says.
Yeah, it cost me about $50.
$50, so $1 a
By the
gram.
time it was shipped in here and everything from the dealership, it was about $50.
At least they throw in the container for free.
Well, yeah, you know,
That's
send it
nice.
into like a Ziploc bag or something. Here you go. We squished it out for you.
Just squeeze it out of there like icing a cake. Just,
Well, you'd want to like clean the bag out too. It costs so much.
right. See what kind of paperwork it comes with. Whoa! I can't read a lick of that. It's literally every bit of it
It's literally Japanese.
is Japanese. We can make out the quantity. Yeah, and the part number, I guess.
They use it on all kinds of stuff on here, hinges and all kinds of stuff on the truck. So it's not like it's a waste having it. I'll just use it on the other stuff that it's supposed to go on, whatever the service manual says.
Right.
Use Toyota body grease. Special Panda grease. That's for kind of a universal kit, so then not three. Okay, let's make sure I don't lose this equal. Okay, let's straighten that up a little bit so we can set this that way. Looks like the gear has actually got some index marks in it and flat sides.
Yeah.
So
you can't
just
stand
go
it
up. So we'll just turn this like that. That's how it came off there. With the motor up, I said, see how it's indexed slightly to the right?
Oh, yeah.
So that way you know where it's going. Flip it. And then, you guys are just gonna bust it loose. Yeah, that's starting to get water past the building on one side.
Yeah, there's a little corrosion in there, yeah.
And this one,
But it's good that you're resealing all this.
it was about time.
Yeah. Well, it was about done, yeah. It was,
When it started to leak is what happened. Because the O-rings aren't really doing much anymore because of the corrosion. It's getting plastic.
Did it ring out?
Yeah.
That one came out pretty easy, didn't it, compared to the other one?
Yeah, it was just starting to fail. So this one's good. More got in the bottom, but didn't get all the way around.
Okay, well, we learned a little lesson when we put this back together. The spring wasn't quite clocked correctly, so it wouldn't allow itself to tension up. So we had issues with it whenever we reinstalled it. It wouldn't engage and disengage correctly, but we think we figured it out. So we tested it, everything worked fine, so now we're going to pull the bolts, Loctite them, stuff like that. Hopefully everything works out good. This was beginning to become a pain in the ass.
Very much so.
Okay, so here we are. We're going to test the diff lock on the truck now that we got it all installed and everything. So,
alright, so it's a 2004 Toyota Tacoma. Has the locker on it. We have the sticker over here that tells us the way to use it right here. Pretty long-winded way of saying how to use this. So essentially, if your locker doesn't work, when you push this button, it'll just sit there and blink. You can see it.
Yep, we see blinking.
So you put it in four-wheel drive, you can usually hear the front actuator dip in on the front, and then you put it down in four-wheel drive low. It disables the ABS system. It used to always just blink. I own the truck for about 2 years now, and I never.
So ever since you bought it, it wasn't working?
Basically, yeah. That's all I could get. I tried to follow all the stuff on the internet, driving S patterns, driving serpentine. Nothing worked. So what it ended up being, we ended up disassembling the actual locker, and somebody had, POS or whatever, had already disassembled it once.
Yeah.
And then put it back together, and they didn't clock it right, so that the spring mechanism wasn't on the actuator. So there's a spring inside there that puts tension on it, so when the axle actually lines up to where the locker can come through, it puts tension on it so that when it lines up, it actually locks the whole rear axle.
Oh, that's why you have to drive in a serpentine or whatever, S pattern or a little,
a little swerve, basically.
To make the pins line up?
So if you make a wheel drive faster than one side or the other, one wheel goes faster, one wheel goes slower, you can drive in a little S, you can drive in a slight curve, and it'll do the same thing.
They'll eventually lock up.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
They'll eventually come into alignment so that the actual locker can lock the rear axle.
Right.
So watch the rear diff lock here.
Yeah.
And we're basically just going to put it in drive. Foot on the brake. We got it in low four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive system's engaged.
Yeah.
We're going to turn the wheel just slightly to the right and roll forward, and the slide will lock. If you watch the light, it'll go solid, and you'll hear it click.
Okay. Oh, I heard it lock.
Great success.
So there you go.
Dude,
now,
awesome.
Now it tells you that you're locked in your rear differential, and pretty easy to tell because when you go to try to drive in a straight line and you take a turn, you'll hear your rear wheels slipping, or you'll hear a chucking.
Feel it binding a little bit.
Yeah, you'll feel it binding up because it wants to go straight, not make turns.
Right, sure.
So there we go. That's that.
So how's it unlock? How do you go about unlocking?
If you want to unlock it, basically the same thing. You just
hit the button, but it's still solid. That means it's still locked in.
It's still locked in right now, but if you just do a slight curve,
oh, I heard it.
There you go. It's unlocked.
Dude, that's awesome.
So we got it fixed, and it took like 2 years to do, but we finally got in there and got it fixed, and we're good to go.
Wow, that was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Good job.
Nice.
Well, guys, that pretty much wraps up the job on this. We got the diff lock working. Like he said, it didn't work ever since he bought the truck. So now he's ready to go. And the reason he needed it working was he's actually planning to do a road trip with this truck. Hey, go ahead and tell us about your road trip.
Well, I'm getting ready to take this truck. Has about 260,000 miles on it out west to a place called Flaming Gorge, Utah.
Oh.
So we'll probably be going through the Rocky Mountains, going up to Salt Lake City, or either north of there up to like Wyoming, I guess it is.
Yeah.
So been planning this trip for about 2 years now. Getting ready to take me and my son on it. Should be a good adventure.
That'll be a good adventure. How many miles is that trip?
About 3,000 miles.
3,000?
Yep.
Round trip or one way?
Round trip.
Round trip.
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty sweet, man. All right, guys. Well, go ahead and hit us with a like and subscribe if you would. We're trying to grow the channel right now, working on subscribers and views. So go ahead and hit us up and stick around. Come back next time for some... Come back next time for some more projects and shenanigans. Later, guys.